Hello and welcome to Tabletop 24. Thank you for joining us for another box break. Today we have the highly anticipated Flesh and Blood Everfest. Now this is a first edition box and we are getting this out on launch day, which is fantastic. So this is a supplemental set, so we will see class cards in here from all of the classes that are in the game. So looking for some really nice artwork in here, and with Everfest is the life and the soul of the party. So I'm going to get in here. Now, if you've been following along with spoiler season from LSS, and that has been great, and it's really good that they get out to some of the content creators to put out some of the spoilers, and it's quite a compact season for that. So I am hoping that we'll see some of those nice spoilers in here. One thing that did take me aback on this is the bit on the side. A grand spectacle. Peel back the curtain of the greatest show in Wraith. Incredible acts, fanciful characters, and exotic relics awake. Now, obviously, the relics in there, if you will see some of the spoilers, there are quite a few items in the set. So we shall see what we're going to get. Now, following on from the Carnival theme, these nice boosters. Now, one thing to note about these boosters is in a recyclable packaging, so rather than the normal foil, it's coming in these. So we're going to see how easy they are to get open, and also to see what sort of quality they might look like if you're going to buy it on a secondary market or something like that. So let's get these out of here. Now, as soon as those two dropped out, it'd be nice to get them out first, wouldn't it? So first of all, nice and easy to tear. So we've got that open there. So our first pack. Now we start off with a wild ride. Let's hope that this isn't too wild as we go through some of these packs. A Steadfast. And if you're from Miyagi-san, Wash On. Outland Skirmish. I was quite hoping we'd get one of these. So if you follow along, I do occasionally play Bolton. It's a nice sort of Axis Bolton combo that hopefully we'll get on there. Fatigue Shot for our Ranger. A Zoom In for Mechanologist. A Pyroglyphic Protection. And the first up, our foil for this one is a Timekeeper's Whim. That's quite nice foiling on there. Not quite see through the camera. Deal 5 arcane damage to a target hero. If Timekeeper's Whim is played during an opponent's turn, put it on the bottom of your deck. Apologies, not an item, but quite nice for Wizard. The Wizard support looks quite nice in the set. But we do have one of our generic action items, Talisman of Tithes. Now go again. If an opponent will draw one or more cards during your action phase, instead destroy Talisman of Tribe. They draw that many cards -1. So really a bit of draw hate on there. And speaking of Sir Bolton, there he is in a nice copy of Red Slice and Dice. Whenever you attack with a sword or dagger this turn, if it's the first time you've attacked, it gets +1. And if it's the second time attack, you'll get +3. Now, the yellow it gives you +2 on the second attack, and the blue will give you +1. So, right, let's get some of these split out as we go. Okay. So, quite pleased with that first pack. That was quite nice, getting that out there. So we have a Blade Runner, a Twin Twisters for the Ninja, a Phantasmal Haze, a Seismic Stir for your Guardians. It's quite nice, the yellow making 2 Seismic Sturges, the red making 3 and the blue making 1, which is quite nice. Another Timekeeper's Win, obviously this time not in the foil. A Fatigue Shot, a Zoom In. And our foil is another rare, so it's T-Bone, which is a nice Mechanologist card. In this, in the yellow, if you control a card on the combat chain that is boosted, the defending hero must defend T-Bone with an equipment they control. Just coming in for 2, so really trying to put that pressure on for some of those equipment-based heroes. Then we've got a Smashing Good Time for the party. The next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, you may destroy an item they control with cost 2 or less. If Smashing Good Time played from Arsenal, the next attack action card you play gains +3. So again, some of that target hate for the equipment there, and 100 wins for our ninja players. Combo: if 100 wins was the last attack on this combat chain, this attack gains +1 for each other card named 100 wins you control on the combat chain. So one you need to play multiples of that card, coming in for 3, again with a 0 cost for the ninja. So let's get those out there. Okie dokie. Okay, so let's get back into the next pack. As always, the art on some of these cards is brilliant. So, Ride the Tailwind. Okay, In the Swing. I think this is going to be a well sought after common for those warrior players. Play In the Swing only if you've attacked 2 or more times with weapons this turn. The target weapons gains +3, so it's really quite nice. Steadfast for Guardians, Quicken token. Read the Glide Path for the Rangers. Timidity Point for Rangers. Drowning Dire. And this one's quite nice. It's a piece of art that I did see and it looks really good. I don't know if you can see it too well there, but Pry for our wizards, getting to look into opponent players' hands. So there we have a Talisman of Cremation, so really heavy on these items this set, and a High Roller for those brute players that are getting those dice out. Really sort of focusing on some of those high value rolls, and really assisting you if you are going to get some of those out there. So let's get these away. Okay. Okay, Bare Fangs for our brute. Another Blade Runner for our warrior, this time in red. Coalescence Mirage for our illusionist. Some of the illusionist cards in this are really nice. Again, we'll go favour on the artwork. Reek of Corruption for our Runeblade players. Rotary Ram. I do like the idea of this card. If you boosted this turn, put it at the bottom of your deck. So really helping those mechanologist players get to the bottom of it. Red Pry, a Shrill of Skullform. If you've played or created an aura this turn, it gains +3. So yeah, obviously you want to be creating those rune chants, the Rune Blade, and a really nice foil in the form of Macho Grande blue. So 7 cost, coming in for 8 with Dominate. Okay, really good for those Bravo players out there. We have a rare Life of the Party, one of these more wordy cards for the generics. You may discard or destroy a card you control named Crazy Brew rather than paying Life of the Party's cost. If you do, choose all modes, otherwise you only get to choose one. So if you are running those Crazy Brews, you will be getting a real good benefit on this, and you'll be doing Life of the Party gains. When this hits, gain 2 life. Life of the Party gains +2, and it gains Go Again. But obviously if you are not pitching Crazy Brew, then you are only getting one of those. Then we have a Emerson Scolding. Deal 2 arcane damage to the target hero. If it's played during an opponent's turn, instead deal 4 arcane damage. So we're going to see a couple of these hopefully in the set where the wizard playing on your turn is actually going to get a bit of a boon. Which I think is what Wizard really wants to do. It's really forcing that sort of interaction to enact on their turn, and hopefully sort of push out the game that way. Okay. Still haven't found that lovely Bravo card that I have seen out there. We have a Brute Bad Beats, a red Macho Grande. Coming in at common, I do think that is just quite strong for Guardian, isn't it really? Let's be honest. A Twin Twisters, a Wild Ride, Illusionist Veiled Intentions, Fatigue Shot for our Ranger, nice Mechalist card in the form of Payload, our foil is Rotary Ram, and then we have another item in the form of Potion of Seeing. It's an instant, destroy it to look at the target's hand, so you know what you're coming. And this is a card I've been looking for. Now, microprocessor. It is a data doll specialization, so it's only going to go in a data doll deck. And once per turn, you can, for cost 0, opt one, or you can draw a card, then put a card from your hand on the top of your deck, or you can banish the top card of your deck. And by doing all of that, you will gain an action point if it's the first time you've activated this turn. That's really quite nice. I think that really pushes Data Doll up to a next level. Obviously, having only the 3 intellect is really going to be a bit of a struggle for Data Doll. So let's get these out of the way. What I am intrigued to see is what the split of cards across this box is going to be. Mainly due to the fact that we've got so many classes now in the game. Okay, another Steadfast, Ride the Tailwinds, Wax On, Outland Skirmish, Time to Keeper's Whim, Rotary Ram, Pyroglyphic Protection. So for a Wizard Aura, if your hero would be dealt arcane damage, prevent 2 of that arcane damage that source would deal. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy it. So it really pops up that protection for sort of a prism, against prism there. A foil Blade Runner in yellow. So that one-handed weapon attack will go again, and your next weapon attack this time is 2. Do feel that really falls into Bolton's territory. Maybe I'm a bit biased. Another Smashing Good Time, and a Runeblade Action Aura. Runeblade Incantation, go again. Runeblade Incantation enters the arena with 3 verse counters on it. Beginning your action phase, remove a verse counter from the Runeblade Incantation. If you do, create a rune chant token, otherwise destroy it. That's quite nice. So we'll getting those rune chants out, probably leading more to an OTK sort of build, which is quite viable, and I think we're going to see a bit of a resurgence with Viscerai. But he's quite looks for those type of cards that are really going to help him. So right, another Bare Fangs, a Coalescence Mirage, Phantasmal Haze, Bad Beats, Zoom In, Seismic Surge, Activity Point, and what is a rather nice flash of foil on a Life of the Party in blue, and Amulet of Echoes. So again, another one of these items. Go again, destroy it. Target hero discards 2 cards. Activate this ability only if you play 2 or more cards with the same name this turn. So a lot of these abilities are really conditional on these items. Then we have another rare for Passing Mirage for the Illusionist. Your first Illusionist attack each turn loses and can't gain Phantasm. So really putting that pressure on, considering some of those Illusionist attacks are sort of 5, 6, 7 with conditional hits as well. But obviously Passing Mirage can be attacked, being the fact that it is got Spectra. So I'll get these all out. Okay. Blue in the Swing, quite nice. A Blade Runner, Seismic Stir, Drowning Dire for our Runebloods. Payload. I did like the look of this card for a Mechanologist. If you boost his combat chain, it gains Dominate. So it is only coming in for 4 with a Dominate on the blue, but 6 on the red. Shroud of Skull Form, Veiled Intentions, a really nice foil Pyroglyphic Protection, a pick a card, any card in yellow, look at the target opponent's hand, then name a card. Choose a random card in their hand and reveal it. If it's the named card, create a silver token. Repeat this process twice. Okay. And then another Slice and Dice. So that's quite nice, rounding that out. Getting quite a few warrior cards early on here. That's quite a nice sign for my Bolton deck. Okay, another Macho Grande in blue. Twin Twisters red. Steadfast yellow. Another Pry. Timekeeper's Whim. Zoom in. Fatigue Shot. So let's take a look at Fatigue Shot. It's an arrow coming in for 3. When Fatigue Shot hits a hero, the base attack of the first attack action card they play during their next turn is halved, rounded up. Okay, so it goes against some of those heavy hitter heroes. Then we have a red Bare Fangs in foil. So that's coming in for 6. And when you attack with it, draw a card, then discard a random card. If a card with 6 or more is discarded this way, Bare Fangs gains +2. So probably favouring a Leveilleur build. Another item, Potion of Luck. Instant. Destroy Potion of Luck, shuffle your hand and arsenal into your deck and draw that many cards. So really hoping for that sort of reveal. Maybe getting back some of those early pitch cards. And a copy of Red T-Bone, which is quite nice. Again, it is only coming in for 3, but that's still probably enough to disrupt those equipments from the attacking player. Or should I say, sorry, for the defending player. Okay. Ride the Tailwind. A Wild Ride. When you attack Wild Ride, draw a card, then discard a random card. If a card with 6 or more is discarded this way, Wild Ride gains Go Again, coming in for 6. Okay, this is quite nice. Again, relying on those 6 attacks going away. Wax On, Outland Skirmish, Week of Corruption, Payload, Pyroglyphic Protection, a foil Fatigue Shot. Now a red pick a card any card. That will be being able to make that process happen thrice. And a Majestic Tri-Shot. Okay, you may activate target bow you control 2 additional times this turn. So that's quite nice getting that coming through. As long as you've got the arrows to be putting on it, to be honest. Coalescence Mirage, Phantasmal Haze, Bare Fangs, Timidity Point, Read the Glide Path, so your next arrow gains +2, and Opt 1. So really allowing you to use that sort of Azalea build, I do think. A Rotary Ram, a Frostbite token, a foil Majestic Nerves of Steel. In blue, costing 3. When Nerve of Steel enters the arena, remove a -1 counter from a chest equipment you control. Battle Worn and Temper on equipment you control doesn't trigger if it defends an attack with 2 or less. 2 or less attack. When your hero is dealt damage, destroy Nerves of Steel. So really helping that armor that you've got for the Guardian. A blue Life of the Party and a blue Release the Tension. Your next arrow attack this turn gains +2, and defense reactions can't be played from Arsenal or this chain link. Really nice. I know people will still say Azalea's not going to get the support she needs, but I think there are enough cards in here to maybe up her a little bit. But equally so, I think Guardian has got some rather nice support. Okay, a Bad Beats, a Blade Runner, Seismic Stir, Drowning Dire, Pry, Shriller Skull Form, Veiled Intentions, a foil Rimblade Incantation, another item, Talisman of Balance. At the beginning of your end phase, if you have less cards in your arsenal than an opposing hero, destroys Talisman of Balance and put the top card of your deck into an empty arsenal zone you control. Okay, so it's sort of hopefully getting a bit more card draw on there. And a Majestic Disillusion Sphere. Enters the arena with a steam counter on it. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy it unless you remove one from it. Whenever your hero will be dealt damage, exactly 1 damage, prevent it. So again, probably focusing on rune chants and also a aura prison build. Stopping those spectral shields coming in, which again is quite nice. I think Dash has always suffered against that, so quite a nice bit of support there. I think they've identified some of the weak matchups and tried to take against it a little bit. I do think some of the heroes are still going to be a little bit underpowered as we go through. So red in the swing, yellow Macho Grande, a Twin Twisters, Ride the Tailwind, Timekeeper's Whim, Reek of Corruption, Payload, a Seismic Stir, a red High Striker. Next time an attack you control hits this turn, create 6 copper tokens. Go again. Now, we did see a lot of copper generation and some silver in the set, so that's coming through, but not quite sure how valuable it's going to be. And 100 wins there. Okay, so we're just over halfway through the box now, and I must say, having these new packs is a lot easier to open. Does that mean they're a bit easier to tamper with? Possibly. So, Macho Grande, Twin Twisters, Wax On, Zoom In, Reek of Corruption, Payload, Pyroglyphic Protection, Coalescence Mirage, and another item, Amulet of Ignition. Go again. Instant, destroy the amulet. The next ability you activate this turn costs 1 less. Activate this ability if you haven't played a card or activated ability this turn. Okay, so just an extra resource at some point and pitching for 2, which is quite nice. Again, release the tension in red, so giving +3 and preventing those use of arsenal defense reactions. So stopping those sneaky little attacks, defense, enable you to really put the pressure on an opponent. Hopefully somebody spotted the mistake I did. Look at that. Brute's been sitting there all along. Let's move those up. Okay. So, Steadfast, Wild Ride, Bare Fangs, Phantasmal Haze, Timidity Point, Read the Glide Path, a copper token, a foil blue, pick a card, any card, a High Striker, and a Majestic Oath of Steel. Whenever you attack with a weapon this turn, put a +1 counter on it. At the beginning of your end phase, please remove... end phase, remove all +1 counters from weapons you control. So, really nice. However, let me move them actually back down there. However, it kind of goes against Dorentia's plans, doesn't it? She wants to be building up those +1 counters. Unfortunately, what happens there is taking them all off again. So, probably not the best card to run, unless it's late game that you're coming in with a lot of things on there. Outland Skirmish, Coalescence Mirage, Bad Beats, Rotary Ram, Drowning Dire, Fair Intentions, Shrill of Skullform, a foil in the swing, a Majestic Fire Breathing, instant, cost of 1, Fire Breathing gains +1, activate this ability only while Fire Breathing is attacking. So pushing it through for 4. And then 100 wins. Now, still waiting for a cold foil if possible in this set. Maybe it's in these last few packs. A Seismic Stir in the swing. Blade Runner, Red Macho Grande, Timekeeper's Whim, Pry, Fatigue Shot, Reek of Corruption in foil, which again, any of the Rune Blades in foil is really nice. Another Amulet of Heaven Call. Go again, defense reaction. Destroy the amulet, search your deck for a card named Rally the Rearguard, add it to the chain link as a defending card, then shuffle. Activate this ability only if you have no cards in hand. Again, like I say, really conditional, really good ability, but really conditional. And a blue High Roller. So get those out. Yeah, these amulets and items are really conditional. I think some of them have got really good abilities. I mean, like the Heaven Call, getting that rally the rear guard out without having to pay cost, fantastic, but so conditional in order to make that happen. Phantasmal Haze, a Wild Ride, Twin Twisters, Payload, Zoom In, Reek of Corruption, Pyrographic Protection, a Majestic, and does look gorgeous, Swarming Gloom Veil. If you have played or created one or more auras this turn, Swarming Gloom Veil gains go again. If you have played and or created two more, it gains two or more, sorry, it gains +1. If you have played or created three or more, it gains when this hero hits a hero, they can't prevent arcane damage from sources you control this turn. Really, really mean pushing through there on the Rune Blade. Okay, Smashing Good Time and Emerson Scolding. So I'm going to say I do really like the foiling on this. It is really nice. Okay. Wax On, Steadfast, Ride the Tailwind, Fangs, Rotary Ram, Timidity Point, Read the Glide Path, a foil Outland Skirmish, Talisman of Warfare, another one of the items. Go again. When a source you control deals exactly 2 damage to an opponent hero, destroy it and all cards in all arsenals. So a bit, again, so conditional. So conditional. A Release the Tension. So again, nice Ranger card. So still for that foil, unless I've completely missed something. Yeah. What have we got? 5 packs left, including this one. Not many to go. Coalescence Mirage, Wild Ride, Bad Beats, Drowning Dire, a token for silver, Veiled Intentions, Pry, a foil Shrill of Skullform, and 2 really nice pieces of equipment, although neither cold foil, which is a shame. Arcane Lantern, Arcane Barrier 1. So this is in our offhand, so we still can use a weapon, a one-handed weapon, should I say. Nice to sort of swap out some of that Norrune. And again, we say all this support for Guardians. Earthlorn Bounty. Whenever you draw a card from the effect of an action card, create a seismic surge token for each card drawn this way. And Temper, so putting on a -1. It does doing 2, blocking 2 damage. Obviously, it's not necessarily good as a tectonic plate, but in the Majestic, I will definitely take it. So that was really nice. I'm getting quite a few Majestics. Again, still missing, unless I've missed something, that cold foil. Okay, In the Swing, Wax On, Macho Grande, Blade Runner, Shred of Skullform, Timekeeper's Whim, Fatigue Shot, a full art 100 Winds. Now that's really nice. Foil combo. If 100 Winds was the last attack you control this chain, this attack gains +1 for each of the card named 100 Winds that you control its combat chain. So it's coming in for 3 there. So that's really nice. Sorry, forgetting. Another Talisman of Recompense. Go again. Whenever you pitch a card, if you would gain exactly 1, instead destroy the Talisman and gain 3. And then a Runeblood Incantation. So the Recompense is probably one of the better usable items, I probably think. Pitching that 1 to gain 3, but you've got to be out. It's a card in your deck that's taking up extra space. So I think somebody made a very good comment recently about the fact of, okay, well, what cards are you taking out for some of these cards? Is there any card that you can do without in certain decks? I think we have got to that point. Okay, so Twin Twisters, Outland Skirmish, Ride the Tailwind, Reek of Corruption, Pyroglyphic Protection, Read the Glide Path, Timidity Point, another really nice foil twin twisters. Another potion, so potion of seeing. Instant destroy potion of seeing, look at the target hand. I think we've already had one of those. And a yellow T-bone. Okay. Primal Haze, Seismic Stir, Wild Ride, Reek of Corruption, Rotary Ram, Pry, Shrill of Skullform, a foil, Read the Glide Path, and here is our gold foil. I'll come back in a second. So Thunderquake for a Guardian action, heave 3, coming in for 8, 6 cost blue, so I imagine the red will be coming in for 10. So then we do have our cold foil, Amulet of Oblation. Go again, instant, destroy the amulet until the end of turn. Target attack action card gains, if this would be put into a graveyard instead, put it on the bottom of its owner's deck. Activate this ability only if a card has entered the graveyard this turn. So very much like Drone of Brutality, those that were around in the early days, that did get cancelled, banned. So sort of that on a stick, but it won't be coming back round again. Yeah, the cold foil was really nice. I must admit, maybe could have been something more for me, if I'm honest. We've not had great luck with the cold foils. If anybody watched along, our box break of Tales of Aria was a Dustblade, which is obviously again been banned. So it's, or at least banned in the CC meta, which isn't great. So, okay. Last pack. What are the chances of a double? I doubt it. Alright, Bare Fangs, In the Swing, Macho Grande, Coalescence Mirage, Veiled Intentions, Pyroglyphic Protection, Payload, a really nice foil Wax On, a Amulet of Oblation, and a really nice another Majestic for Mechanologist, a Teclo Pounder. Teclo Pounder enters the arena with 3 steam counters on it. Once per turn, whenever you boost an attack, remove a steam counter and give that attack +2, which I think is actually really nice. Really getting dashed some of that push through power, whereas a lot of the Mechanologist cards are quite low down. So I think that's really quite nice. So we'll just pop those down and then let's have a look at what the spoils actually were. I think if you follow along, I wouldn't say it was a box that's going to set the world on light. There's some really useful cards in here, some really staple cards, I think, like Macho Grande, that being a common. That's just absolutely ridiculous if you ask me. So, okay, so what we got? Tecla Pounder, that real full art, that's really nice. The Orphalon Bounty is going to be good. The Swarming Gloom Veil, Fire Breathing, Oath of Steel, Disillusion Sphere, a Nerves of Steel, a Tri-Shot, and the microprocessor. So I think this possibly could have been a Mechanologist box. So again, I'm going to come back to it. This cold foil, I'm not overly sure. Hey, look, they're pretty. They're possibly going to be worth a little bit. So yeah, overall, really impressed with what I've seen so far of the set. If you haven't done so already, please catch up with some of our game footage. We'll obviously be continuing to do that and hopefully get some more content for Everfest as we go through over the next few weeks. Thanks for watching along. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.